Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiance's Andrei Kastrovet jokes wife Elizabeth's family is a cult. 90-Day Fiance star Elizabeth Kastrovet's family is like a cult, at least according to husband Andrei Kastrovet. We should put you on an escape a cult type of franchise. Andrei joked exclusively to Us Weekly while promoting the TLC show. She's doing great. I'm very happy to have you back. Elizabeth, despite her husband's claims, said her family is not that bad through laughter. The couple told us they only talk to her dad, Chuck Podcast, and sister Becky Podcast. The rest we didn't speak for many years, Andrei continued. Elizabeth said that the distance from her family led to less tension in her marriage. 90-Day Fiance original couples status check. Who is still together? We don't fight as much for sure, she explained. They did come in between us. We have so much more peace in our home in general. Elizabeth told us what led to the split from her family. Everybody would just get together and would talk about my decisions. It just got to a point where it was too toxic, she shared. I'm really only speaking with my dad and Becky, and sometimes my mom. Honestly, once I took some time apart, I saw how good it was, and you just see life in the world differently. I don't want to go back into that toxicity. Andrei chimed in, adding that just because it's family doesn't mean they have to stay in the toxic environment. You're not going to sacrifice your life, he said. You have to think about yourself too. Elizabeth eventually came to a realization that her family members were doing her a disservice and she didn't benefit from them. Earlier this year, fans watched as the couple made the big decision to move away from Elizabeth's family after Andrei received a business opportunity. Pete Davidson and more 90-Day Fiance celeb fans. Elizabeth first met Andrei on a dating app and hit it off during an in-person meetup in Dublin. By October 2017, they had gotten married and 6 months later announced that they were expanding their family. The couple welcomed daughter Eleanor in 2019 and 3 years later, welcomed a baby boy named Winston. Throughout their entire relationship, the couple experienced ups and downs with Elizabeth's family, but that hasn't stopped them from seeking happiness. Maybe way in the future, Elizabeth will reconcile with her family, but she told us that space is good for now. At some point, I feel like it's bound to just come up or there's going to be some situation. But right now, no, she said. Are they going to change? Do people change? I don't think that they change. Andrei speculated that her family will never be changed, no matter how much time goes on. The people will not change, he added. I'm not accepting that kind of toxicity in my relationship. Viewers have learned about 90-Day Fiancé star Andrei Kastrovet. It's that he doesn't mince words. Whether he's clashing with his in-laws, dropping blunt one-liners, or reminding everyone that he's not here for their drama, Andrei has carved out a reputation as one of the franchise's most unfiltered husbands. Recently, he cranked that blunt humor up a notch, taking aim at none other than his wife Elizabeth Livy Podcast's famously feisty family, joking that they operate more like a cult than a family unit. And in true Andrei fashion, his quip came with that half-serious, half-deadpan delivery that left fans wondering, was he joking? Or saying out loud what he's really been thinking all along? The Podcast family legacy. Longtime 90-Day Fiancé fans know the Podcasts well. Elizabeth's family has been a central part of her and Andrei's storyline ever since their debut. From endless squabbles with her father Chuck to chaotic shouting matches with siblings Charlie, Jen, and Becky, the Podcast clan has consistently delivered drama. Their fights, whether at cookouts, family vacations, or in Chuck's Florida backyard, have become some of the most talked about moments on the show. But according to Andrei, it isn't just drama. It's organized chaos. They are like a cult, he reportedly joked during a casual exchange, rolling his eyes in that classic Andrei way. They follow each other, gang up on people, same opinions, same everything. If one person says something, the rest repeat it. It's like they are rehearsing before family dinners. Cue the laughter from some fans, and nervous side eyes from others. Humor or hidden frustration. On the surface, Andrei's cult comment could easily be brushed off as a throwaway joke. After all, he's been using humor as a weapon and a shield since the beginning. But anyone who's watched his battles with the podcast family knows that underneath the sarcasm lies a very real tension. From the get-go, Andrei felt that Elizabeth's family never truly welcomed him. His lack of traditional career stability in the early days, coupled with his strong Moldovan personality, rubbed them the wrong way. Add in his suspicions that some of her siblings were meddling too much in their marriage, and the feud only escalated. By the time they were airing their grievances on Happily Ever After, it seemed like no amount of family therapy, sit-downs, or awkward BBQ reconciliations could keep the peace. So when Andrei calls them a cult, one has to wonder, is he still carrying the weight of those years of in-law drama? Cult dynamics in reality TV families. Let's be real, the Pothists do have a certain formation. Fans have long noticed how quickly they circle the wagons when confronted. One family member expresses suspicion about Andrei, and suddenly the others pile on. A single disagreement with Libby, suddenly it's 3 against 1. Andrei, who's used to independence and speaking his mind without compromise, has always struggled against that family dynamic. To him, it probably feels less like a group of individuals and more like one hive mind. That's where his cult comparison hits hardest. You don't marry just the woman, you marry the family, he once admitted on camera with his trademark sigh. But I didn't know I was marrying all of them together. Ouch! Elizabeth stuck in the middle. Of course, the one who feels the strain of this dynamic the most is Elizabeth herself. As the youngest Papa's daughter, she's always been close to her family. But as Andrei's wife, she's often torn between defending her husband and maintaining peace with her siblings and father. In one of their more memorable arguments, Elizabeth broke down in tears as her family and Andrei went head-to-head, begging everyone to just stop. That emotional toll has only intensified now that she and Andrei are raising their daughter, Eleanor. When asked about Andrei's cult remark, Elizabeth reportedly chuckled, brushing it off as his typical sarcastic humor. But fans could see the truth in her tight smile. She knows better than anyone that when Andrei jokes, there's always a kernel of honesty beneath it.